Hi guys, good evening and welcome back. So today we'll continue with the collection frameworks in Java. So today we'll take up the first one, which is in the collection. Collection is an interface, and it will be extended into multiple other sets of interfaces like list, set, and queue and other stuff like that, right? So now first today we'll take up the list. What are the qualities of list? What are the characteristics of list? Okay, so that is very important to understand this. So when it comes to the list, so basically list will be implemented in the other classes like array list and linked list and other things, right? So the list interfaces, what are the characteristics and what are the things that we have to remember before going to the experimenting with the list. So the list is one thing is like insertion order. It will preserve the insertion order. Say for example, if I am adding the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will insert in the same order. Whenever we want to get, so we have to get it through the index. So it is same like an array. So in order to array is a fixed size, right? So there is no fixed size here. Size limit. So when it comes to array, we have to declare like int a is equal to new int of say for example like this we have to declare, right? So here the if we declare it as 4, more than 4 we cannot store, correct? So this is the major drawback of arrays. So in order to overcome and in order to work with custom objects, say for example, if you are working in a framework where we will be getting list of values, so we don't know what is the size. So it is dynamically it has to add it, right? So in that cases we cannot declare an array. So in that cases it will fail obviously because we don't know dynamically how many it will come. So in that case, when there is no size limit, so the list is the perfect match to use it. Okay, so then comes we do have many functions like it will allow duplicates and it will allow null values. So there is no restrictions. So and also these are the main things so which we have to remember when we are working with the list, right? So list is implemented in the array list, right? So how do we create an object? So basically whenever we are creating an object, so we have to do this one, right? Array list arr is equal to new array list. So this is how we used to create an object, right? So the class name and the variable and new keyword and the class name. So that is how we used to create an object. So that is the way we have to create an object. There are multiple ways to create an object. So that I'll show you guys. So for now you remember these things. So how to add the values? So now we created an object for this particular array list class. Now we want to store the values, right? So we have to do arr dot. So there is a method called add method. So we have to use the add method to insert the values into that particular object. So we have to add the values, right? So that is the reason. So it is going slow. So just a second, guys. So before okay. So assume or say for example I want to add the number 10. Okay. So now here dot I want to add few more values. Assume I want to add some 20. So now assume that I want to add here dot add I want to add some character. So now I want to add C. So now I want to add some string. You can click on it. Okay. Testing. So now I want to add some boolean values like true or false like that. Right? Assume it's a true. So yeah, now we successfully added those values into this particular array list. So now how do we print this one? So that is one thing, right? So when it comes to the list and collection, so we don't have to worry much about it. So directly we can print the values, guys. So if you system.out.error, this is enough to get the values and to print it in the console. But when it comes to array, it is not like that. We have to go through the index and we have to iterate the loop and we have to print it. Or else like we have to convert it into the string format, then we have to print it. So directly we cannot print it. So like as we have in collection, right? So this is the main benefit. Whenever we want to print, so we can directly print it on the console. See guys, 1020 testing true. So now what I want to add, let me do few more operations. See, so what is the we don't know what is the size because I am adding it, so I can manually tell how many values are there in the array. So if I want to get the size, how do I get it? So there is a predefined method array.size. So it will give me what is the size of the array. So don't get confused guys. So because in the strings and arrays there is a method called length, so that in the collection that length will not be there. So only size. Even list also size and other things also size. Okay, so now the size is, it is telling 5. Okay, so now what are the operations I can add it? So few more I can add it, right? So you just click on add. So now what? 30 will add it. So now the size, if you print it, it will be 6. So now what all I can do it. So now I can remove one value. Correct, right? So the main operations, whatever we are going to do, so that we can do it. So add, edit, delete. So these kind of operations are majorly used, right? So there are many other options also. So going forward one by one, we will explore everything. So don't worry about that. So whenever we are want to remove it, so we just have to provide the index. So now I provided 1. So the meaning is 20 should be removed. So now I'll be printing again in the console. Let me see what is going to happen. See guys, so now 20 is out, so it is not there. So now say for example I want to add that value into that particular index only. So now arr dot, so there is one method add all. So here there are two methods. One is collection you can add, and also at the index 2, what I want 20 back. So I want to bring that 20 back into the same index. So no option. So why it is showing this error message? We need to add. Right. So again print error. So that is not add all guys. So it is add, just an add method. Okay. So we just have to pass two parameter. One is index and one is value. See now we got that value back in the same index, right? So that is how we can do some kind of an operations with uh, arrays. So there are few more methods also, like when it comes to retaining the values and adding the values, merging the two arrays, and copying the values from one array to other array. So those kind of things we will explore in the other section. So before going to that, let me explain one more simple concept. So regarding the declaring an object. Okay. So here we declared it in the way, like it's a generic way guys. So like that we should not declare actually uh, arr1 is equal to name array list. Okay, so this is how we declare. So generally for learning purpose we declare like that, but as per the coding standards we have to add the data type. What is the data type we are going to add it into this array. Say for example if it is integer, we will add it as integer. So like this. So like this we have to add. See now if you look at this first object, so there is some yellow color line here, right? So that is showing uh, uh, like arguments. So add the type arguments. What is the type of this argument? So that we have to add it. So if you declare like this, we can store only integer type of values into this array. So we cannot store a string, we cannot store character, we cannot store boolean something etc. We cannot store it. So okay, so only the thing is integer values we can store it. Say for example if I want to store multiple say for example everything integer, character, everything. So in that case we have to declare an object as a type. So object is the parent class of every classes, right? So that is the reason it will allow. So in this case it will work. So assume like let me bring it back to integer, and I'll integer, and again here also integer. Okay. So now make sure guys there should not be any typo here. Here are one dot order. So now I cannot add. Let me try to add one string value guys. Java. Now see, look at this method. It is already showing. Uh, it is like this. So no guys. So basically it will not allow to add. So that is the reason. Okay. So whenever we declared a class with that argument type, so we have to pass only those kind of values. So now that value, that error is gone. Error one dot add of now two. Okay. So now error one dot add of three. So like this we can add it. So say for example I want to get only one value. Okay. Say for example I want to get the index of 2. How do I get it? Error one dot get method is get of 2. Okay, so this will give me what is the value available in the at the index 2, so which is 3. Obviously it should return 3 for me now. So it is returning 3, correct. So now, so this is done. Okay, this is one part. The second, one more type of declaring an array list is, so we have something called upcasting, right? So I'll first let me put it in this way. Okay, object, and say for example ERR2 is equal to new array list, and let me put this as object. Okay, fine. So this way also we can do it, right? So we know that upcasting can be done in Java, saying that because the list interface is the parent of this array list class, right? Because I have already explained you in that the last session. So because the parent class can have the child class object, so that is the reason we can do like this also. So this is the list is a parent interface of ArrayList class, so that is the reason. So now I have given object, so we can give anything, string, object, integer, etc. So when we are trying to solve some of the interview questions, we will get to know, we will explore more about all these guys. So we will try to work with the custom object also. Say for example there is an employee class. So employee class is having some values like integer, employee id, employee name, something, etc., like that. So those objects also we can add it into this kind of an objects, right? So those kind of things also we'll try to understand all those things. So for beginning level, so you just understand like this: array2 dot add. Now I'll add one string value. Okay, so done. Array2 dot add of one character will add it. Okay, so now let me add arr2 dot add of. So let me add some integer. So now if I print it, it will print it on the console like here the values whatever we entered. Okay, so don't remember these methods guys. Add method is to add, and get method is to get, and remove method is to remove, and there are few more methods like we'll explore all those methods, so one by one. So for now today you practice all these things guys. So this is very very important collection, so don't forget. If you like my content guys, please do subscribe to my channel. Please like, share and comment on my videos guys. Thank you so very much guys.